Hello everyone, Grandmaster VAR Akobian here with 1000 GM, and I'm here with my student Jonathan Maktik, and we're gonna take a look at the games from round number 7 now, okay? And this is a game between two youngsters, the youngest participants. I am Mardov against FM Woodward. Let's take a look at this game. So, E4, C5, immediately we see a sharp opening, the Sicilian defense. So we have the A6. This is called the Mardov violation. And now we have H3. Not the super popular move, but still, you see a lot of people play like this. The point is to play G4. Knight B3. And it's just very useful. And H5 move is specifically designed against it because you want to simply prevent that, okay? It does weaken the G5 square a little bit as well, so there is a little bit of a problem here as well. So now Bishop B2, Bishop B6. Castles, Knight bd7 and f4. And after f4 you always have to watch out for also some possibilities with f5. So rook c8 is played. The point is now if you play f5, then black has the option to play bishop to c4. Okay, so this is the option. So he played bishop f3, bishop b7, f5, bishop c4. Roughly equal, I would say. I kind of like this for black as well because I think pieces are in general, they're pretty healthy here. Okay, so of course it would be nicer to have the bishop on b7, just putting pressure on it. Sometimes here, might get attacked by knight d2. So a3, a5. Both players are playing very well, and now b4. Take, knight a4. Well, I think black should be quite happy here with the outcome of the opening, Jonathan, because development is good. Now it's time to castle to ensure the position, ensure the safety of the king. So I think the opening battle has been great for black. So now he plays b3, attacking. Rook c8, retreating it here, and he should have continued to play actively. Rook d4, getting a tempo. Now he goes here, and now break the center with d5, okay? Break the center with c5, because now if you take, guess what? After e4, your bishop is almost trapped. Wow. And if you take here, rook takes d5, and f5 is hanging. This diagonal is very weak, knight c5, so it's going to be a very strong initiative here for black. It's a strong initiative, yeah. And the knight on a4 is out of place. It's stuck on the rim, okay? So he goes here. He had to play rook d4 because going back on c8 is just going to make this rook passive. Yeah. So plus this was a tempo move, and it's always good for us to play like the tempo moves, So you always want to look for those. Rook c8, bishop d2, d5. Now breaking the center. Now bishop d6. It's a pawn sacrifice at some point. Now he wants to play e4 and try to do some diagonal ideas. c4, I think this is an interesting move. The point is now to connect the pawn chain, but of course black is going to take en passant to make sure this we did not take.
Why not?
Wow, this is a huge moment here because I thought en passant was unnecessary. In order to take back, you play knight c5 and putting pressure. So this was absolutely necessary to try to get the position active, but he didn't. He played this, and this is a problem. When you do this, the problem is this pawn chain is going to remain so strong for the rest of the game, forever. So this is a huge moment here, and we can say that this is the move that basically cost white the game. Bishop f4, you cannot take, it's a pin, but he did take. Wow. Now giving up the queen. This bishop f4 is a very curious move. I mean, it's not the move that comes to mind,
Yeah, I think you just try to tease and say you can't take it. It's like, yes, I can. And
so I kind of like this bishop b4. If takes, rook takes, simplify the position with extra pawn here. So, but now there is a strong counterplay on the dark squares, and white managed to convert this, but it was lots of difficulties. So take. Now queen a1. It's very important to control the only open file. Bishop e4. Now f6 apparently was very strong. f6, and if knight takes f6,
then what?
Queen a6, hitting the rook. And I guess if rook e8, just simply king e2. And the point is now you're gonna go queen b5, queen c8. You're gonna remove this, and then your 2 pawns are just simply gonna queen and win the game.
Oh, you're gonna play there to attack the rook. Oh, it's a fork.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I understand.
So but instead you play bishop here, bishop d3, and suddenly it's not so simple.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's like some kind of fortress, you know?
Yeah.
How do you break this fortress, you know? I mean, you can't remove the bishop, so it became a challenge. Again, bishop e4 was just too slow, you know? And that's why it's very important not to play slow moves. When you have a chance, you know, you can try to just immediately take opportunities here. That's why the move f6 is so strong, because if you take with a pawn, then I guess after king e2, the pawn structure is going to be really, really weak.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was just not so good, because it allowed black to get a nice grip on this position.
Yeah.
And still we can go quickly, and white managed to win the games.
Yeah.
At the end, maybe you can move quickly the moves, so people can see the ending.
So here's like what happened to everybody. It's a lot of.
It's 90 move game.
It's
so
a 90 move game of fighting for these squares.
So eventually, white is making some progress, and now winning there.
This draw here. So you're winning here. Had a chance.
Yeah.
And then we had this blunder here.
And now rook c3. Rook c3 is a draw. Yeah. Yeah. Well, eventually, what happens? This is winning now. Eventually, white gave a mate, but again, as you see, there were chances.
Yeah, there was draw chances, and then he just slowly just built this back up.
Yeah,
Wow.
she was certainly not easy.
That's so much maneuvering.
Yeah, it was certainly not easy, but eventually
Wow.
it wins, because now you cannot go to c1, and if you go here, simply king d5, and the next move is queen b3 and queen c2, picking up the rook.
Wow.
So that was a good win for Mardov against Andy Woodward. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and we'll see you soon again.